Adolf Loos was an Austrian and Czech architect and influential European theorist of modern architecture. His essay, Ornament&Crime, began as a lecture delivered in 1910 in response to a time and a place in which Art Nouveau was the status quo. Loos used the essay as a vehicle to explain his disdain of ornament in favor of smooth and clear surfaces. The ideas embodied in this essay were forerunners to the modern movement. I will now read some memorable extracts. Keep in mind that I don't agree with practically anything he says. Let's begin. The human embryo goes through all of the phases of animal life while still inside the womb. When man is born, his instincts are those of a newborn dog. His childhood runs through all the changes corresponding to the history of mankind. At the age of 2, he looks like a Papuan. At 4, like one of the ancient Germanic tribe. At 6, like Socrates. At 8, like Voltaire. The child is immoral. So is the Papuan to us. The Papuan kills his enemies and eats them. He is no criminal, but if a modern man kills someone and eats him, he is a criminal or a degenerate. The Papuan tattoos his skin, his boat, his rudder, his oars, in short, everything he can get his hands on. He is no criminal. The modern man who tattoos himself is a criminal or a degenerate. There are prisons in which 80% of the prisoners are tattooed. Tattooed men who are not behind bars are either latent criminals or degenerate aristocrats. If someone who is tattooed dies in freedom, then he does so a few years before he would have committed murder. The first ornament invented, the cross, was of erotic origin. A horizontal line, the woman; a vertical line, the man, penetrating her. Of course, this urge affects people with such symptoms of degeneracy most strongly in the lavatory. It is possible to estimate a country's culture by the amount of scrawling on lavatory walls. In children, this is a natural phenomenon. This first artistic expression is scribbling erotic symbols on walls. I have discovered the following truth and present it to the world. The man of our times, who covers the walls with erotic images of an inner compulsion, is a criminal or a degenerate. Of course, this urge affects people with such symptoms of degeneracy most strongly in the lavatory. It is possible to estimate a country's culture by the amount of scrawling on lavatory walls. In children, this is a natural phenomenon. The first artistic expression is scribbling erotic symbols on walls. I have discovered the following truth and present it to the world. Cultural evolution is equivalent to the removal of ornament from articles in daily use. Don't you see that the greatness of our age lies in its inability to produce a new form of decoration? We have conquered ornament. We have won through to lack of ornamentation. Look, the time is nigh. Fulfillment awaits us. Soon the streets of the town will glisten like white walls, like Zion, the holy city, the metropolis of heaven. Then we shall have fulfillment. Ornament does not give zest to life. If I want to eat some gingerbread, I choose a piece that is quite plain, and not in the shape of a heart, or a baby, or a horseman, and gilded all over. The spectacular menus of past centuries, which all include decorations to make peacocks, pheasants, and lobsters appear even tastier, produce the opposite effect on me. I walk through a culinary display with revulsion at the thought that I am supposed to eat the stuffed animal corpses. I eat roast beef.